Good evening, everyone. Today we will discuss the recent advancement in the bioinformatics field. So, bioinformatics sector is blowing up right now with transformative and leveraging technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and quantum computing to enhance research and application across various biological fields. In this session, we will get an overview of the latest advancements, their key features, application, and scope. Here we will cover AI/ML, spatial transcriptomics and imaging, quantum computing in bioinformatics, biological database development, blockchain for secure data sharing, integration of single cell technologies, network biology, CRISPR bioinformatics, metagenomics and microbiome research, structural bioinformatics and cryo-electron microscopy, whole genome sequencing, bioimaging, informatics, nanospore sequencing, epigenomics and chromatin conformations, biomedical ontologies and knowledge graphs, and lastly, long-read sequence technologies. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are making huge waves in bioinformatics, helping us to unlock the secrets of biological data. We are using advanced algorithms to spot patterns in massive datasets that were previously impossible to see. This is giving us powerful predictive modeling capabilities, allowing us to forecast everything from disease progression to drug responses. We are also seeing a huge improvement in the accuracy of biological classification thanks to these new tools. This is just the beginning. AI and ML are going to revolutionize the way we do in bioinformatics research, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. So, application and scope of AI/ML have a broad spectrum from personalized medicine and therapies to faster drug discovery and protein production. The future of AI/ML in bioinformatics is bright, and we can expect to see even more exciting developments in the years to come. Our next technology is structural bioinformatics and cryo-electron microscopy. This technology allows us the visualization and mapping of gene expression pattern within intact tissues. This is a powerful tool for understanding how genes are expressed and how they interact with each other to produce proteins and other molecules. Cryo-electron microscopy can be used to study a wide variety of tissues, including the brain, muscles, liver, kidney, cancer research, and neurology. This technology has the potential to revolutionize our understanding of biology and diseases. The ability to visualize spatial gene expression opens new avenues for understanding complex biological processes and disease mechanism. Alright, so let's talk about quantum computing. It's like way beyond our normal computers. It can enhance computational capabilities in bioinformatics significantly. These super smart computers can help us to figure out DNA super quick, like really quick. And guess what? They can even predict how drugs will work before even we can test them on people. We are still learning about this stuff, but it's gonna change how we look at these diseases and find new medicines. It's like the future of healthcare is here. So yeah, quantum computing is taking over bioinformatics and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so we are talking about building this huge library of life stuff. You know, all that DNA, protein, and other biological data. It's like creating a super organized file cabinet for scientists to find whatever they need. Imagine having a place where you can look up any gene or organism and find all the information you could ever want. We are making these databases super easy to use, so even non-scientists can dive in and explore. It's like opening up a whole new world of discovery. So, we have got places like Ensemble, USCS, GenBank, where you can find all sorts of information about genes, DNA, and other biological stuff. And guess what? This library is getting bigger and bigger all the time. With all this new data coming in, we need even better ways to store and share it. That's where these databases came in handy. They help scientists to work together and make new discoveries. So yeah, these biological databases are big deal and they are only going to get more importance in the future. Let's talk about blockchain, that super secure digital ledger thing to share confidential medical data. It's like adding an extra layer of protection to our medical data, making sure it stays private and secure while still being useful. Blockchain's decentralized nature is crucial in ensuring the integrity and security of sensitive data, such as that generated in clinical trials and patient records. Its ability to create an immutable record of data transactions provide a robust mechanism for tracing gene data storage. The integration of blockchain into bioinformatics has the potential to revolutionize data management and sharing practices, particularly in the areas demanding stringent security measures. Our next advance is the integration of single cell technologies. We can now study individual cells in high resolution, providing unprecedented insights. By analyzing cell behavior and interactions, we can unravel complex biological processes. Integrating single cell data with spatially resolved data offers a comprehensive view of cellular system. Its key applications are seen in the field of medicine by understanding disease development and generalizing personalized medicine. In the field of biology, uncovering fundamental biological processes. In the field of drug discovery by identifying new drug targets. As single cell technologies become more prevalent, they will significantly impact our understanding of complex biological systems and disease mechanisms. So, let's talk about something really cool in the bioinformatics field. That's network biology. This field is all about looking at biological systems like a giant web of connections, kind of like social media, but for genes and proteins. So, network biology is being applied in some pretty fascinating ways. It is used to study cellular pathways and how proteins interact with each other. Think of it like a map out of a city's traffic system, but instead of cars, we are looking at proteins and how they move and interact. Network biology is super important in system biology because it gives us a big picture view of how everything is connected. It's no wonder it's becoming such an essential tool in our scientific toolkit. Moving further, we have CRISPR's bioinformatics, which has a critical role in bioinformatics world. It is a technology that research scientists use in the selectively modifying of DNA in living beings. It is mainly applied to computational development, creating software for efficient gRNA design, algorithm creation, developing methods to assess CRISPR specificity, database management, stabilizing repositories for CRISPR-related research data. As CRISPR technology continues to evolve, bioinformatics will be instrumental in increasing precision and efficiency. It will facilitate groundbreaking discoveries in genetic research and therapeutic applications. Alright, let's move on to metagenomics and microbiome research. It is the study of genetic material recovered directly from environmental samples, providing insights into microbial communities. Its key features are it uses high-throughput sequencing technologies for community analysis. It has bioinformatic tools for taxonomic classification and functional analysis. Here, integration of metagenomic data and clinical outcomes are really fast. Now, let's talk about its application and scope. This field is crucial for understanding how the human microbiome, environment, microbiology, and microbial ecology influencing health, disease, and ecosystem dynamics. The growing recognition of this microbiome's role in the health and disease underscores the importance of metagenomics, paving the way for novel therapeutic strategies. Let's move forward to structural bioinformatics and cryo-electron microscopy. It focuses on the analysis and prediction of biomolecular structures, significantly enhanced by cryo-electron microscopy. Its key features are here advanced algorithms for protein structures are predicted and decided. Integration of cryo-electron microscopy data with computational models. Tools for visualizing and analyzing complex structures are here. Now let's talk about its application and scope. This technology is vital for drug design, protein engineering, and understanding molecular interaction at an atomic level. The energy between structural bioinformatics and cryo-electron microscopy is expected to lead significant advancement in drug discovery and the development of targeted therapies. Now, we will talk about whole genome sequencing, which has become increasingly accessible due to advancements in sequencing technologies and decreasing cost. Its key features are: first, high-throughput sequencing capabilities; second, detailed insights into genomic variations and mutations; third, integrations with clinical data for personalized treatments. And its application and scope are: whole genome sequencing is applied in personalized medicine, genetic disorders, diagnosis, evolutionary biology, allowing for comprehensive genomic analysis. The widespread adoption of whole genome sequencing is anticipated to revolutionize healthcare by enabling precise diagnosis and tailored therapeutics approaches, significantly impacting patients' outcome. Next, we have bioimage informatics. Bioimage informatics combine imaging technologies with computational methods to analyze and interpret biological images. Its key features are: advanced image processing algorithms, integration of imaging data and other omics data, automated analysis pipelines for high-throughput experiments. Now, application and scope. It is used in cell biology, neuroscience, and developmental biology to study cellular structures, track cell lineage, and quantify biological processes. Bioimage informatics is expected to enable more comprehensive and quantitative understanding of biological systems, leading to new insights into cellular function and disease mechanism. Now, here we have nanospore sequencing. This is a new age sequencing tech. Imagine being able to read DNA or RNA like a book, one letter at a time, without needing to make copies first. That's what nanospore sequencing does. It's like having a tiny, super fast scanner for your genetic code. It can read super long stretches of DNA, RNA in one go. You can get the results right away, no waiting around. You can take the sequencing machine pretty much anywhere. It's like portable DNA reader. This nanopore sequencing is applied on pathogen detection, structural variation analysis, and direct RNA sequencing. Nanopore sequencing is poised to revolutionize genomics by enabling rapid on-site sequencing and analysis, particularly in resource-limited settings and for applications requiring fast turnaround times. Here comes epigenomics and chromatic conformations. So we are talking about how our DNA is not just a static code, but it can actually change its shape and behavior without changing the actual letters. That's what epigenomics is all about. DNA is just a straight line. It can fold and bend like crazy. That's chromatin conformation. Epigenetics is like adding stickers or highlight to your DNA without changing the words. We use cool tools like ChIP-seq, ATAC-seq, and HIC to study this stuff by understanding how DNA folds and what those stickers do. We can learn a lot about how our gene works and what goes wrong in diseases. The application of this field comes in understanding gene regulation, cellular differentiation, and the role of epigenetic modification in diseases. Epigenomics and chromatic conformation studies are expected to provide new insights into the complex regulation of gene expression and its implications in developmental and diseases biology. Alright, let's discuss something about biomedical ontologies and knowledge graphs. These biomedical ontologies provide structured vocabularies and relationships for representing knowledge in the life science, while knowledge graphs integrate and link diverse biomedical data. Its key features are standardized terminologies and ontologies, semantic integrations and heterogeneous data sources, reasoning and interface capabilities. The application of biomedical ontologies and knowledge graphs are seen in data integration, knowledge discovery, decision support in clinical and research settings. Biomedical ontologies and knowledge graphs are expected to enable a comprehensive and intelligent analysis of biomedical data, leading to improved diagnosis, treatment, and drug discovery. Lastly, we have long-read sequencing technologies. The proliferation of long-read sequencing technology is transforming genomic research. Its key features are, first, the ability to sequence longer DNA fragments. Second, its improved accuracy in detecting genomic variations. Third, the cost reduction in sequencing technologies. The applications can be seen in the technology enhances the understanding of structural variations, methylation patterns, and splicing variations in genomes. Scope: long-read sequencing is expected to become more accessible, facilitating advancements in drug discovery and personalized medicine. So, this is all about from the recent advancements in bioinformatics field. Now, as a concluding part, I would like to say the bioinformatics sector is witnessing rapid advancement driven by AI, quantum computing, and innovative sequencing technologies. These developments not only enhances research capabilities but also open new avenues for applications in personalized medicine, drug discovery, and understanding complex biological processes. The ongoing integration of these technologies promises a transformative impact on life sciences, making bioinformatics a critical field for future research and development. Thank you all for your time and attention. Feel free to reach in case of any doubts. Thank you again.